In 2016, there was a game that didn't need downloading, didn't need an account, and somehow it had millions of players. You'd type it in, click the first link, enter a random name, hoping no one had taken it, and within seconds, you were in. No menu, no instructions, just survive. Games like agar.io completely took over the internet. Everyone played them, at school, at home, minimized in the corner of your screen while pretending to do work, or quickly switching tabs when a teacher walked past, and then they just vanished. No one talks about them anymore. No hype, no players, nothing. So what actually happened to IO games? At their peak, IO games weren't just popular, they were unavoidable. You didn't go looking for them. They found you. Someone in your class would be playing it. You'd glance over, see a snake moving across the screen or a giant circle swallowing everything in sight, and you'd ask, "What is that?" And that was it. You were hooked before you even started, because the second you clicked play, you weren't eased into anything. You were dropped in mid-game, surrounded by real people, already bigger than you, already better than you, already trying to kill you. And that feeling, that instant pressure, is what made it different. It didn't feel like a game starting. It felt like you joined something already happening. Agar.io was the first time most people felt that. A blank grid, just dots and players. You start tiny, barely noticeable, moving around carefully, trying not to get eaten. And then slowly, you grow. You start chasing smaller players, watching them panic, split at the right time, take risks, climb the leaderboard. And when your name finally appears at the top, even if it's just for a second, it feels unreal because you know every single person on that screen is real. But then it happens. You get greedy, you split too early, or hesitate for half a second, and suddenly you're gone. Everything you built in seconds wiped out. And you just sit there for a moment staring at the screen, and then you press play again. Immediately, no hesitation, because starting over takes one click. Slither.io took that same feeling and made it even more intense. Now you're a snake, longer, faster, and constantly at risk. You're weaving between players, boosting, cutting people off, trying to trap them. And then you see it, a massive snake, top of the leaderboard, moving slowly, confident, and you go for it. You take a risk, cut across their path, and if you pull it off, they crash. And when they do, they explode. Hundreds of glowing orbs everywhere. And for a few seconds, it's chaos, everyone rushing in, trying to take it all. And if you survive that moment, you instantly become one of the biggest players on the map. That one moment could take you from nothing to everything. And that's what made it addictive. Not just the gameplay, but those moments, those spikes, where everything changes instantly. And then the genre exploded. Paper.io, where you claim territory, slowly expanding your space while trying not to get cut off. Dipe.io with tanks, upgrades, and constant battles. Hole.io, where you swallowed entire cities, watching everything collapse into you. Every game slightly different, but built on the same idea. Simple, fast, online. And for a while, that was enough. Because the internet at the time was different. People shared links, sat next to each other, playing the same thing, laughing when someone died instantly, or shouting when they hit number one. It wasn't just the game, it was the moment. But that moment started to fade because after a while, you realized something. No matter which .io game you played, it always ended the same way. You start small, you grow, you lose, you restart. There was no progress, no unlocks, no reward waiting for you tomorrow. Nothing carried over. Every session reset everything. And at first, that felt freeing, but eventually, it felt pointless. Because no matter how good you got, you always went back to zero. And at the same time, everything became .io. Suddenly, there were hundreds of them. Every idea, every genre turned into an .io game. Some good, most bad. Cheap copies, same mechanics, different skins. And when you opened one, you already knew exactly how it would play. The surprise was gone. The discovery was gone. And without that, people stopped caring. Then everything changed. Not slowly, but all at once. People stopped opening browsers and started opening apps. Phones got faster, games got bigger, and expectations completely shifted. Now you had games like Clash Royale, where every match meant something. You unlocked cards, built decks, progressed over time. PUBG Mobile, Fortnite, full multiplayer experiences on your phone with updates, events, things to work towards. And compared to that, IO games felt empty. Why spend time building something that disappears in seconds when you can build something that actually lasts. And .io games didn't adapt. They stayed simple, too simple. No progression, no depth, no long-term reason to stay. And as everything else evolved, they didn't. There was also something else that quietly killed them: attention. Back then, IO games felt fast, instant, addictive, but now everything feels like that. Every app, every video, every platform is designed to grab you instantly. So what once felt unique became normal. And when something goes from special to normal, people stop noticing it. But here's the strange part: they never actually disappeared. They're still there. You can load up agar.io right now. You can play slither.io right now. The same gameplay, the same mechanics, the same experience, but it doesn't feel the same because the players aren't the same. The moment isn't the same, and you aren't the same. You're not sitting in class anymore, trying not to get caught. Hey, you're not playing next to friends, laughing at every mistake. You're not discovering something new at the same time as everyone else. That's what made it special. Not just the game, but when you played it. So what actually happened to IO games? They didn't die. They didn't fail. They didn't get replaced by one specific thing. They were just perfect for a moment that didn't last. They had everything needed to go viral: instant access, simple mechanics, real players, but nothing needed to survive long term. No progression, no evolution, no reason to stay. And when the internet moved forward, they stayed where they were. But for a few years, they did something almost no games ever do. They took over the entire internet with nothing more than a simple idea and a browser tab. And if you were there, you don't just remember playing them, you remember exactly how it felt. And that's something no update, no remake, and no new trend will ever recreate.